Good evening, everyone. Yeah, good to go. Um, that's me, Mr. Nobody. I basically came up with this fancy term because I grew up in a place of somebodies. No one wanted to be a nobody. So I grew up in a place where everyone's like, "Tu janta nahi main kaun hu? Tu janta hai mera baap kaun hai?" So I'm like, "Nahi janta hu." So I'm Mr. Nobody. And that's a little bit about me. I write foodie, animal lover. I'm just going to take you through little facets about my life because I only have 6 minutes. I'm a huge time animal support uh, evangelist. Talk about any animal per se, inanimate, moving, motion, young, old, all works. I kind of have conversations with myself at times and frogs. But having said that, let's talk about food since we're a food event right now. I started off eating butter chicken back in life. And what you see are the two most dangerous meals I've eaten. Actually, the one on the right is more dangerous. That's fugu, or a puffer fish. If all of you all don't know that, that's the second most toxic vertebra in the world. And that are century eggs from China. That was in Japan and that was in China. Gautam Rajdaksha, he is the late Gautam Rajdaksha. He was my guru and my mentor. He taught me everything I knew of cameras and how to basically see the world through a lens. And I started off as a chai boy with him. And we progressed hence. He kind of gave me my first lesson. This was my first award-winning photograph. Um, I'm claustrophobic in nature, so right now this looks like aquarium, and I feel like I'm in a little bowl, a fish bowl. That kind of won a couple of awards around the place. It got featured in a couple of magazines. It was during the Ganesh time in Bombay, life-defining moment. This happened during Earth Day, World Earth Day, right? I was just in the middle of nowhere. Can anyone guess where this place is? What does it look like? Yeah. Yeah. So this was in the way down south in Goa. I just went there, had a beer, and I was just enjoying the moment. These are two amazing food items by two Michelin star chefs. That one is the chocolate samosa, right, by Mr. Vineet Bhatia. It made its last voyage on the last Concorde that ever took off. So he kind of recreated it in his restaurant. I write about food as well. And that's Gordon Ramsay's favorite beef Wellington. Uh, Traveled quite a bit, garnered a lot of miles on Jet Airways, which has no use right now. That kind of happened when I was somewhere over Egypt. It's about a 3-hour difference between these two photographs. I was in the plane. I normally can't sleep when I'm traveling, so that's what happened. You normally see me if there's a lot of noise happening around Goa. It's probably I'm a part of the Hali group. We're a small knit group. Love to the Hogs. We call ourselves the Hogs, Hali Owners Group. Yeah, that's Mephistopheles. That's my bike, and we normally go and have chai together whenever I'm in Goa and not traveling. How do I make my money? I made my money through this slide, actually. This slide is worth about, believe it or not, these are 4 LPs. I'm a big LP collector, vinyl. Cumulatively, you're talking about Rolling Stones, Bob Dylan, Nirvana, 98, and the Beatles. Put me up about 21.75 lakhs. Yeah. My best friends, I have a lot of friends around the place, but chefs are the best. I mean, you have Ranveer, you have Gagan, Moki, who's slaving away at the back over there. Much love, Moki. And that's Chef Manish Malhotra. He's a stalwart in the Indian industry, and he has Indian accent in Delhi. This is fantastic because on the pop-up, the art of pop-ups, right? Zubin just talked about it, so I won't delve too much into it. I've tied up with quite a few people. I have Mercedes-Benz, I have Airbnb, American Express. We do curated events. We do strategic events for certain people. That's me behind the bar. My hashtag is Nolan's a twit. I have nothing or any resemblance of a goldfish or a pregnant one at that. But yeah, that's my hashtag, Nolan's a twit. Mixologist profession, so I enjoy mixology, and I'm always at home behind anyone's bar per se. So if you're having a house party, do call me. I'm free. Um, Street food. I mean, who doesn't love street food, right? The most talked about article that happened on the online format was for Condé Nast Traveler. Uh, Spoke about my superstars on Goa's street food scene. That's Irmao, and that is Sandeep's Ross Omelette in Panjim. it hit 1.75 million clicks. Talking about fine dining, here's a popular, contrary to popular belief, I pay my bills. As you can see, I carry a magnifying glass. I don't get free food when I'm reviewing. Yeah, that's some fancy, fancy food from the Lazy Goose. I have not been paid for advertising, but that's Tasmanian scallops. Oh, that's very, very tasty. This is my Shangri-La. It's for those of you all who have been home, you all know what I'm talking about. I stay in Anjuna, it's a garden made purely out of cuttings. I am very, very passionate about the environment, especially when the government of Goa makes new roads and throws fancy flowers and plants out. I carry them with my bike or my car. That's me wanting to get back over there. It's not my doppelganger. That's actually me. I'm an adventure junkie. I basically jumped off that waterfall. It was close to about 75 feet. And that was about 1,850 meters above the ground in Maldives. It's the longest plank walk which I decided to do. I don't get paid to do this stuff. That was me swimming with nurse sharks. And that was me rappelling back in the day when I could actually see Junior down below. Yeah, that's all stopped now. But I hope to get there someday. Inspiration is motivation for me. Yeah, so I put it up there. That's the best part, you know. This was my triumph and my glory. I am actually a recipient of India's second highest civilian award. It's a Karmaveer Chakra by the United Nations and the government of India. Did an entire rickshaw run from Rajasthan all the way to Kerala in 13 days. Stopped by Goa as well. And what do I do for work? I'm an investment analyst. So basically, I handle people's portfolios. I handle people's stock trades. I take care of people and make their money grow. Some of my clients are here, and they will, if I've made your money grow, give me a woohoo. Yeah. All right, but thanks so much, guys. It was a pleasure. Connect to you shortly.